Welcome back to the channel. Today, we dive deep into the overlooked corridors of ancient history. Today, we're re-exploring a truly fascinating and underrepresented topic, the Greco-Bactrian Wars, and the wider Hellenistic influence in Central Asia. This story is about more than battles. It's about cultural fusion, imperial ambition, and how Greek civilization extended far beyond the Aegean. Most people know Alexander the Great's conquests, but few realize that the Greek legacy in Asia did not end with his death. In fact, it was just beginning. After Alexander's death in 323 BCE, his empire fractured. The eastern territories, including Bactria, roughly modern-day Afghanistan, and parts of Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, fell under the control of the Seleucid Empire. This Macedonian-ruled successor state stretched from the Mediterranean to India. Yet, governing such a vast and culturally diverse region proved difficult. Bactria, while Hellenized through garrisons and Greek settlers, remained a frontier, vulnerable to local uprisings and far from the Seleucid heartland. It's in this context that the Greco-Bactrian kingdom would emerge. Around 250 BCE, Diodotus I, the satrap of Bactria, declared independence from the Seleucid Empire, establishing what we now call the Greco-Bactrian kingdom. This wasn't just a rebellion, it was a bold assertion of Greek identity in an alien land. Diodotus and his successors maintained Greek institutions, language, and urban planning, yet they also began adopting local customs. This period marked the beginning of a profound Hellenistic synthesis with Central Asian traditions, visible in architecture, coinage, and governance. The Greco-Bactrian kingdom was not a passive enclave. Its rulers, especially under kings like Euthydemus I and Demetrius I, launched ambitious military campaigns. Euthydemus successfully defended the kingdom against the Seleucid king Antiochus III in the early 2nd century BCE, cementing Greco-Bactrian independence. His son, Demetrius I, went even further, launching invasions into northern India. These conflicts were not merely about conquest. They were strategic efforts to control trade routes, assert political legitimacy, and spread Hellenistic culture deeper into the east. Following Demetrius's campaigns, parts of northern India came under Greco-Bactrian rule, laying the foundation for what historians call the Indo-Greek kingdom. This transition blurred political boundaries, but more importantly, it intensified cultural interactions. Indo-Greek rulers issued bilingual coinage Greek on one side, Prakrit or Korosti on the other, and patronized both Greek and Indian religious institutions. It is in this context that we see the earliest artistic representations of the Buddha in human form, influenced by Hellenistic sculptural styles. Despite its achievements, the Greco-Bactrian kingdom was inherently fragile. The vast distances, cultural tensions, and pressure from nomadic groups like the Yuezhi and Sakas began to erode its stability. Internal dynastic struggles also played a role. By the mid-2nd century BCE, the kingdom fragmented, with separate dynasties ruling in Bactria and the Indian subcontinent. The eastern parts evolved into the Indo-Greek kingdom, while Bactria itself succumbed to nomadic invasions, effectively ending Greek political power in Central Asia. Though the Greco-Bactrian state collapsed, its cultural and intellectual legacy endured. Hellenistic influences continued to shape Central Asian art, coinage, and urbanism for centuries. Cities like Ai Khanum, founded by Greeks and excavated in modern Afghanistan, showcase a fusion of Greek, Persian, and local Central Asian elements. Philosophical schools, administrative structures, and even aspects of religious syncretism like Greco-Buddhism are all part of this enduring legacy. Modern archaeology has been pivotal in reconstructing the Greco-Bactrian world. Discoveries at Ai Khanum revealed Greek-style theaters, gymnasia, and temples. Yet inscriptions and artifacts also suggest a rich exchange with Eastern traditions. The coins of the Greco-Bactrian kings are particularly telling. They depict Greek deities alongside Indian symbols, indicating not only political power, but also cultural negotiation. These coins serve as miniature records of how far Hellenism had traveled and transformed. Scholars continue to debate the nature of the Greco-Bactrian state. Was it a colonial imposition or a hybrid civilization? Most now agree that it was something more complex, a layered society where Greek identity was both preserved and adapted. Recent scholarship increasingly emphasizes the agency of local populations in shaping this Hellenistic synthesis. The Greco-Bactrian experience challenges simplistic narratives of cultural domination, showing instead a dynamic process of exchange and adaptation. The Greco-Bactrian Wars and the Hellenistic expansion into Central Asia reveal a world far more interconnected than we often assume. Greek armies may have brought spears and philosophy to the east, but they also encountered and absorbed rich traditions along the way. The story of the Greco-Bactrian kingdom is not merely a footnote to Alexander's conquests. It is a chapter in the ongoing saga of global cultural exchange. Thanks for watching, and if you found this deep dive into ancient Central Asian history insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more explorations into the forgotten corners of the ancient world.